Hello viewers, today in this part of this program, we will discuss about the enzymes. Enzymes are the protein molecules and they catalyze a biochemical reaction. That why they are also called as the biocatalyst of life. Enzymes have been classified into different groups by the Enzyme Commission. These groups are hydrolases, isomerase, transferase, oxidoreductase, lyase and ligase. The enzyme activities are affected by different factors such as enzyme concentration, temperature, pH and the product concentration. The enzymes have its own specific properties. In this unit, we will learn about the occurrence, nomenclature, classification, mechanism of action, general properties and factor affecting the rate of enzyme action. Basic information about coenzyme A will also be discussed. Now, what are the enzymes? Enzymes may be defined as biocatalyst synthesized by living cells. They are protein in nature, colloidal and thermolabile in character and specific in their actions. As we know that enzymes are proteinaceous in nature, they speed up the rate of reaction. They are called as biocatalyst because they increase the rate of reactions in the living cells. They are proteinaceous in nature, colloidal and thermolabile. That means they are sensitive to the temperature. That means a particular enzymes require a particular temperature for their actions and specific in their action. That means a particular enzymes catalyzed a particular reactions. Enzymes are considered under two broad categories, intracellular enzymes and extracellular enzymes. Intracellular enzymes are functional within the cells where they are synthesized. That means their synthesis takes place inside the cells. The example of intracellular enzymes are hexokinase, isomerase, etc. While the extracellular enzymes, these enzymes are active outside the cells. That means their action takes place outside the cells and the example of extracellular enzymes are cellulase and zymase. Nomenclature and classification of the enzymes. Enzymes are classified into 6 different groups according to the reactions being catalyzed. The nomenclature was determined by the Enzyme Commission in 1961 with the latest update having occurred in 1992. Hence, all enzymes are assigned an EC number. The classification does not take into account amino acid sequence, protein structure or chemical mechanism. This classification is based on the particular reactions catalyzed by the enzymes. It does not take into account the structure, conformation and the amino acid sequence of a particular protein. Enzymes have been given the systematic name and according to the International Union of Biochemistry, an enzyme has two parts. First part is the name of the substrate for the enzyme and second part is the type of the reaction catalyzed by the enzyme. These parts end with the suffix ase. Example of this systematic name is the lactate dehydrogenase. This enzyme catalyzes the dehydrogenation of the lactose. So, the first part is the substrate, that is lactose, and the second part is the type of the reaction catalyzed by the enzyme, that is dehydrogenase. It means it causes the removal of the hydrogen atom from the lactose. There are 6 classes of enzymes and which have been given as EC number 1 oxidoreductase, EC2 transferases, EC3 hydrolases, EC4 lyases, EC5 isomerases, EC6 ligases. We will discuss the each class of these enzymes one by one. Number 1 class is the oxidoreductase. Oxidoreductase catalyze the transfer of hydrogen or oxygen atoms or electrons from one substrate to another also called oxidases, dehydrogenases or reductases. In these redox reactions, an electron donor or acceptor is also required to complete the reactions. This means this group of enzyme catalyze the oxidation reduction reaction, that means the addition of electron, deletion of electrons, addition of oxygen and deletion of hydrogen. And for this process they also require the electron acceptor or donor for the completion of these reactions. The example of this class of the enzymes are alcohol dehydrogenase and cytochrome oxidase. Alcohol dehydrogenase cause the removal of the hydrogen from the alcohol, while the cytochrome oxidation of the cytochrome या iron part of the cytochrome in the reaction. The another class of the enzymes classification is transferases and assign the EC number 2. Transferases catalyze the group transfer reactions from one substrate to the another. This exclude the oxidoreductase, that means which transfer hydrogen or oxygen as in EC1. The example of these groups are hexokinase, transaminase, transmethylase and phosphorylase. Transaminase reactions catalyze the transfer of amino group from one substrate to the another substrate. Similarly, hexokinase catalyze the transfer of phosphate group from one compound to the another compound. The third class of enzyme classification is hydrolases and assign the EC number 3. Hydrolases catalyze the hydrolytic reactions and this group of enzyme include lipases, esterases, nitrilases, peptidases and proteases. These are of the general form of the reactions. In this group of the enzymes catalyze the breakdown of the complex compound into the simple compound by the addition of water. Water is hydrolyzed into the H and OH ion and forming the simple compounds. The fourth group of the enzymes is lyases and assign the number 4. Lyases catalyze non-hydrolytic removal of functional group from substrate and often creating a double bond in the product, or the reverse reaction, that is additional of functional group across a double bond. It includes decarboxylases and aldolases in the removal direction and synthesis in the addition direction. This group includes aldolases, fumarase and histidase. That means this group of the enzyme catalyze the removal of the certain groups and form the double bonds and includes the incorporation of the certain groups into the compounds and the formation of another compounds by this group of the enzymes. Another group of the enzymes is isomerases and have the number EC5. Isomerases catalyze the isomerization reaction including racemization and cis-trans isomerization. The example of this group of enzymes are triose phosphate isomerase, retinol isomerase, phosphohexokinase isomerase. That means these enzymes convert the one isomeric form to the another. Suppose such as triose phosphate isomerase catalyze the conversion of aldose sugar to the ketose sugar. And the another group of enzyme classification is the ligases. Ligases catalyze the synthesis of various bonds coupled with the breakdown of energy containing substrate, usually ATP. The example of this group of enzymes are glutamine synthetase, acetyl coenzyme A carboxylase, succinate thiokinase. That means they cause the formation of new compound with the utilization of ATP in this reaction. Now, how do enzyme work? How they speed the rate of the reactions? We know that this diagram shows the two curve. One is the catalyzed reaction and second is the uncatalyzed reactions. In the catalyzed reaction, the energy of activation is low. That means enzyme increase the rate of the reactions by lowering the activation energy for a reaction. We know that substrate require energy to complete the reactions, and this energy is provided by the substrate by giving the heating. Enzymes increase the rate of reactions by lowering the activation energy of the substrate, so that a large number of substrate molecules converted into the product. The enzyme's activities are affected by a number of different factors. We will discuss these factors one by one. Number one factor is the concentration of the enzyme. The rate of enzyme catalyzed reactions are affected by the concentration of the enzyme. As we can see, as the concentration of enzyme is increased, the velocity of the reaction proportionally increases. We can see in the diagram that if we increase the concentration 1x, and similarly if we double the concentration, the rate of reaction simultaneously increases. If we triple the concentration, the rate of reaction increases. If we increase the enzyme concentration, the rate of reaction increases proportionally. So, the rate of the reaction increases with increasing the enzyme concentration. The rate of reaction is also influenced by the effect of substrate concentration. This curve shows the effect of substrate concentration on the rate of the reactions. In this reaction, we can show three order of kinetics: first order kinetics, mixed order kinetics, and zero order kinetics. What is first order kinetics? It means an increased substrate concentration initially leads to a linear increase in reaction rate. This trend continues as long as the initial substrate concentration does not saturate or occupy all available active site. That means, if we increase the substrate concentration, the rate of reaction increases proportionally, and this is called the first order kinetics. As the concentration of substrate reaches level when the active sites are saturated, the initial rate start to decrease, and that is called the mixed order kinetics, in which the active site of the enzyme saturated with the substrate. So, the rate of the reaction is not increases proportionally, and this is called the mixed order kinetics. And now the zero order kinetics, when the increase in the substrate concentration, the rate of reaction not increases but decreases proportionally, because all the active site of the enzymes get saturated with the substrate and there is no other active site present to occupy the substrate, and that is called the zero order kinetics. You can see the Km value in the graph. Km value is the Michaelis-Menten constant, and it is the substrate concentration that is required to reach the rate of the reaction half of its maximum rate of reaction. This type of kinetics is termed hyperbolic and usually shown by simple monomeric enzymes. Leonard Michaelis and Maude Menten, first researcher who explained the shape of the rate curve, and they gives that when a reaction takes place, enzyme molecules and the substrate molecules combine in a reversible step to form an intermediate enzyme substrate complex. You can see in the equations that E combines with the S and form the intermediate enzyme substrate complex, and this enzyme substrate complex degraded into the enzyme and the product. This hypothesis is similar to the lock key hypothesis. As a particular lock opens with a particular key, similarly a particular enzyme acts on a particular substrate and form the enzyme substrate complex, and then product is formed and the enzyme is released in the environment. The K1, K1 dash, K dash 1, K2, K dash 2 are the rate constant and indicate the speed or the efficiency of a reaction. The enzyme activity is also depends on a rate of catalyst That means how the enzymes have the affinity with the substrate molecules. At a fixed enzyme concentration, the initial velocity V0 is almost linearly proportional to the substrate concentration S when S is small, but is nearly independent of S when S is large. It means when the substrate concentration is low, all the active site of the enzymes are occupied by the substrate molecules and the rate increases proportionally. That means the rate of enzyme reaction increases with increasing the substrate concentration. But when S is large, that means there is no active site available for the substrate to combine with the enzymes, and the saturation stage is reached, that is the maximum velocity of the reaction is reached. The Michaelis-Menten equation. This equation gives the information about the substrate concentration on the rate of enzyme catalyzed reactions, and this equation has been given here, and V0 explain the initial velocity caused by the substrate concentration S, Vmax is the maximum velocity, and Km is the Michaelis constant. Km shows the affinity of the enzyme with the substrate. It means if the Km value is low, that means the low substrate concentration is required to reach the half of its maximum velocity. If Km value is high, it means more substrate concentration is required to reach the Vmax value. That means Km show the affinity of the substrate and the enzymes. The another important factors that affects the enzyme activity is the pH. Increase in the hydrogen ion concentration considerably influence the enzyme activity, and a bell shaped curve is normally obtained. Each enzyme has an optimum pH at which the velocity is maximum. Most of the enzymes of higher organisms show optimum activity around neutral pH. There are, however, many exceptions like pepsin, acid phosphatase and alkaline phosphatase. They have optimum pH around 10 to 11. This curve shows that each enzymes require a optimum pH for their rate of reactions. Most of the enzymes are active at the neutral pH, but there are some exceptions, as we know that pepsin show maximum activity at pH 1 and 2, and acid phosphatase show the maximum activity at pH 4 to 5, while some enzymes active on at high pH, that is 10 to 11, but most of the enzymes are active at neutral pH. The another factor which affects the enzyme catalyzed reaction is the effect of product concentration. The accumulation of reaction products generally decreases the enzyme activity. For certain enzymes, product combines with the active site of the enzymes and form a loose complex and thus inhibit the enzyme activity. Living system, this type of inhibition is generally prevented by a quick removal of product form. That means, if there is the accumulation of product in an enzyme catalyzed reaction, this product combines again with the active site of the enzymes and inhibit the rate of the reaction. So, to speed up the rate of the reaction, there is a necessity to removal of the products from the reaction. The next factor which affects the enzyme activity is the effect of activators. Some of the enzymes require certain inorganic metallic cations like magnesium, manganese, zinc, calcium, cobalt, copper, sodium, potassium, etc. for their optimum activity. Rarely, anions are also needed for enzyme activity. For example, amylase required calcium ion for activity. Two categories of enzymes requiring metals for their activity are distinguished: metal activated enzymes and metalloenzymes. Metal activated enzymes. In these enzymes, the metal is not tightly held by the enzymes and can be exchanged easily with other ions. That means metal is not attached to the enzymes tightly, and the example of this class of enzymes are ATPase, and this includes the presence of magnesium and calcium ion for their activity, and for the activity of enolase magnesium ion is required. Second group is metalloenzymes. In this group of enzymes, the metals ions hold the enzymes tightly and which are not easily exchanged. That means metals ion are tightly bound with the enzyme part of the molecules. The example of this group is alcohol dehydrogenase, carbonic anhydrase, alkaline phosphatase and aldolase. They contain the zinc. That means zinc is tightly bound to these enzymes. Phenol oxidase, in which copper is tightly bound, and pyruvate oxidase, in which manganese is tightly bound to the enzymes. The another important topics is properties of enzymes. The reactions catalyzed by an enzyme uses exactly the same reactant and produces exactly the same product as the uncatalyzed reaction. It means the enzymes uses the same reactant and produces the same products as in case of a chemical reactions that are not catalyzed by the enzymes. It means enzyme increase the rate of the reactions without altering the equilibrium constant between the substrate and the product. Second properties, like other catalysts, enzyme do not alter the position of equilibrium between substrate and products. Means the equilibrium constant between the substrate and products remain constant in catalyzed reaction as in the uncatalyzed reactions. Third important properties of the enzymes. However, unlike normal chemical reactions, enzymes are saturable. That is, the chemical reactions which are not catalyzed by an enzymes, if we increase the substrate concentration, the rate of reaction increases with increasing the substrate concentration. But in catalyzed reaction, this does not happen because enzymes become saturated as we increase the substrate concentration. This means as more substrate is added, the reaction rate will increases because more active site become occupied. This can continue until all the enzymes become saturated with substrate and the rate reaches a maximum. It means all the active site of the enzymes are saturated with the substrate molecules. Then if we increase the substrate concentration, rate of enzyme catalyzed reaction will not increase because all the active site of the enzymes get saturated. The rate of reaction will increase if we increase the enzyme concentration. The two most important kinetic property of an enzymes are how quickly the enzymes become saturated with a particular substrate and the maximum rate it can achieve. Knowing these properties suggests that what an enzyme might do in the environment of the cells and can show how the enzyme will respond to change in this condition. That means it depends on the Km value of the enzymes. If the Km value of the enzymes is low, that means it requires the low substrate concentration to reach the maximum rate of the reactions. If the Km value is high, that means high substrate concentration is required to reach the maximum rate of the reaction. Depending on this property, the enzymes can speed up the rate of the reaction with the change in the environmental conditions of the cells. Enzymes are usually very specific as to which reactions they catalyze and the substrate that are involved in this reaction. Complementary shape, charge and hydrophilic, hydrophobic characteristics of enzymes and substrates are responsible for this specificity. That means Enzymes catalyzed reactions are very specific. That means enzymes catalyzed a particular reactions. All the chemical reactions are not usually catalyzed by a single enzymes, but there are different enzymes for catalyzing the different biochemical reactions. Enzymes can also show impressive level of stereospecificity, regioselectivity and chemoselectivity. So, another important topic of this section is coenzyme. The coenzymes are the non-protein, organic, low molecular weight and dialysable substance associated with enzyme function is known as coenzyme. Coenzyme participates in very reaction involving transfer of atoms or groups like hydrogen, aldehyde, keto, amino, acyl, methyl, carbon dioxide, etc. We can say that coenzymes are the non-protein part of the enzyme, or we can say it is the organic molecules that is tightly hold with the enzyme molecules and involved in the activity of the enzyme catalyzed reactions. These coenzymes are involved in the transfer of certain groups as I mentioned in the previously. The most important coenzyme is coenzyme A. This coenzyme A is derived from pantothenic acids and involved in the transfer of acyl group by the enzyme thiokinase. Coenzyme A is the most important coenzymes and most of the metabolism such as lipid metabolism, carbohydrate metabolism, fat metabolism, in this all this metabolism coenzyme A is involved and around more than 70 enzymes use the coenzyme A in their reactions. So, at the end of this session, we have learned that enzymes are proteinaceous in nature and catalyzed a specific biochemical reactions. Enzyme Commission have classified the enzymes into different classes based on the reactions they catalyzed. We have learned that enzymes activities are affected by different factors such as enzyme concentration, substrate concentration, temperature, pH and product concentration. A number of metal also affects the enzyme activity and enzymes have some specific properties that a particular enzyme reaction or a particular reactions is catalyzed by a particular enzymes.